And welcome to an episode of my daily day. Now, this one's going to be a rough one because I don't think I've ever talked about this on video. Maybe I have, but I can't recollect. But so today is the 4 years since my dad has passed, and so I haven't been too active today online, guys. Talked to a few people, but for the most part, I just promoted my my new show coming soon. But I was sitting back earlier, reflecting back, and you know, it's hard to talk about it, but it's something I have to, you know, face, So yeah, 4 years ago, we got a phone call, and my dad was living with a friend of his, and got a phone call that he had fell out of his bed and he wasn't responding. And this was like so late at night, but you know no, we don't have like we take trains and Ubers and stuff to everything. So this friend came to get us, and we were all ready to go. Got to the hospital, and he was already there. And by the time we had reached the hospital, it's we all kind of knew. We had asked about what room he was in, and or if he was still being worked on, and we got met with you know hold on 1 second, let me get his doctor to talk to you. And they call back to talk to the receptionist, and the receptionist like, we're gonna he's gonna talk to you into one of the private rooms. And you know I'm not a fool, I know what that means. And but you don't really face it until you actually realize it. And we we went back to the room to talk to him, and he was asking us who we all were. And uh, there's no easy way of saying it, but he was very gentle on how he had told us. And you guys just don't know that my dad was like my hero, growing up. And me being the only boy. And and this is obviously, this is no slight against my sisters, but like, I didn't have anybody, like, I didn't have a male figure besides my dad. Like, and being the only boy, it's hard to get uh, certain information in life, and when you're the only boy, there's no one else to talk to. So my dad became my everything. And it's to he they let us see him, then let us take our time. And honestly, I've had a lot of tough things in my life. I've had surgeries, I've had illnesses, I've been hospitalized, I've almost died. But that moment was the hardest moment in my life, bar none, bar none. And was like the hardest moment of my life was the realization, when we had the funeral. It's, being there and seeing him for the last time was rough because, you think to yourself, no, this isn't my dad. No, my dad's indestructible. And then being at the funeral home, saying goodbye. Man, that one. Oh, it was hard. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. I'm just looking at this. Probably can't see it. It hangs on my wall still. Those little cards they give you, like a remembrance card. So every November 30th, since I've crawled into a little hole and just try to let the day go by without crying every other hour. But I know my dad would want me to go on. My dad would want me to continue to fight. And that's why I've been fighting through this, like, health issues I've been having. Yeah, because that's something my dad would do. And that's something my dad would expect me to do too. So, I got pains all over my body. From my feet to my head, my back, my knees. I get constant headaches. I have eye issues. I have diabetes. I have multiple sclerosis, which is, those last two are starting up again. I'm having terrible eye issues. My multiple sclerosis is kicking back in. But I fight because that's what I want to do, and that's something I'm expected to do. Because that was my dad. My dad fought against everything. My dad stood up for what he believed in. Like me. So to this day, I guess you can still say I model myself after him. That whole, what would Jesus do? Like, what would my dad do? Anyhow, I just needed to get this off my chest finally, because, I mean, am I still going to cry every year? Yeah, I am. But I know my dad would want me to keep going. If that's one lesson I've ever learned from him, that is the one. No matter what life throws at you, keep moving forward. So, much love, Dad.